In this video, we're going to summarize all the tours we did this year, in person and virtual.
Hi, I'm Rick.
I'm Sharon.
And we are Cargo On.
Cargo Conversion Building Camp.
We feature camper tours, interviews with builders, campground reviews, and camping tips. If that's your cup of tea, then please subscribe. Our first tour started in the Everglades with Graham. And I already redid that video because I didn't know what I was doing. So hopefully it's a much better quality video. Graham was number one. And then we toured Chris's cargo camper in the Keys.
Right. And we did a teardrop in the Keys and a motorcycle.
So it's funny, when we went to Florida, which was our first real trip in our cargo camper, we had like 5 tours there. So we just thought it would be like that all the time, but it really wasn't. We weren't finding many after that. We did a very simple conversion that they were parked right across the street from us.
We had 5 tours and interviews in March. We didn't have any again until June when we went to Baker's Acres. And there, what we did, the tours was of a truck pop-up that I've never seen and a great big regular pop-up that was right next to us.
Right.
Then we went to Caledonia or Gettysburg in July, and we did 2 tours. We did a hiker trailer and a utility trailer.
Both of these trailers were extremely unique. I've never seen anything like them. I know they have a lot of hiker trailers all around, but you don't see a lot of them on the East Coast, so this is the first time we ever saw one. The utility trailer I never even heard of. Okay, it's an interesting concept. It's a trailer that you can use as a trailer, but it also has a tent that is retrofitted to fit with it, and it gets you elevated up off the ground. So it's, in a way, it was good because it's 2 things you could use at once. If you don't want to use it as the tent, you could just use it as a trailer, which is why he bought it. So that was very interesting.
I met a guy online, Turtle.
So Turtle went to NASCAR circuit races all the time, so he had 3 small cargo trailers, and then eventually he converted a transit van. So we toured all of those. My brother has a camper at a campground in New Jersey, and he let me go glamping and stay there for a week. So while I was there, I toured his park model camper. And across the street in Poles, I thought it was just like a custom van, but it wound up being a Class B+. Probably the most expensive tour that I toured.
My favorite place to go for the tours, we could have had a lot if we would have had more time and went there, was Assateague. There was a lot of unique custom things in Assateague. So in Assateague, we toured the bus in Assateague, and I don't know that we saw too many cargos in Assateague.
No, we did see an ambulance conversion, and they declined.
It was beautiful. I so wish they
really
would have let
nice
us
job.
tour that. It was a beautiful ambulance conversion, but they didn't want to be toured. Oh, and I know what else we could have toured in there. That original VW,
Right.
what was that, a bus?
Yeah, one of the VW camper vans.
It was vintage, all original in pristine shape.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go on. He was like the 3rd generation owner. I understand why he didn't want to put it on. If I put it on, he would have probably had a lot of people contacting us that would have wanted to buy that. That's how nice that is.
It's kind of ironic. As far as the tours go, so far my experience has been that we're more likely to encounter home-built, do-it-yourself projects in state parks than we are in like the commercial campgrounds.
Because they're not allowed in all of them because
Well,
of the
that,
RVI.
and I think the state parks are generally a little cheaper than the RV parks.
Now, some commercial campgrounds will let you in. When we went to Big Pine Key,
Right.
the Keys,
Well,
they
see,
let us.
that was the oddball. That was a campground resort, and yet there were at least 4 cargo conversions in there, including us.
Hopefully they still do it because that campground was just sold. They have new owners.
Yeah, I know.
But I believe I had called down to another campground in the Keys, and they said no for the cargo. So remember, these cargos are not getting into every campground. The higher end ones may not let you in there if you don't have that RVIA sticker, which is, what's it stand for? Recreational Vehicle Industry.
Yeah, Industry Association.
I guess it means it was quality built, and we know what that means.
Well, it doesn't mean it was quality built per se, but built to a certain standard.
Yeah, and inspected.
Okay, getting back to Assateague, we were very fortunate to get a tour of a vintage 1965 Airstream. This woman's been on covers of magazines and stuff, so she doesn't normally interview anymore, but she was very nice and let us interview her. Her trailer was mostly original, in excellent condition, and she was just really nice. And she has a lot to do with Airstream Sisters. It's women who go out and Airstream. She's a full timer, but that was a real nice find in Assateague too. And I was so excited to get our first bus tour when we were in Assateague. And this was exciting for a couple of reasons. Number one, we never had a tour of a bus. This couple was just the cutest little couple, okay? And they had just started their conversion. And they go to Assateague every year. So I'm hoping to catch up with them next year and see what renovations they've continued to make, because they are in the beginning stages of it. So, guys, shoot us an email. Let us know when you're going. It's ricksharon9@gmail.com. Let us know when you're going, and maybe we can catch up and get another tour.
We've had some very good success with virtual tours. What I do is I go online, I find a cargo camper that I like, or something's unique or different about it, and I reach out to the person and I ask them if I can basically take their YouTube video or parts of their YouTube video and put it on our channel for a tour. So the first one we did was Brian in Florida with the cargo camper that looked like a cabin. It was a beautiful, beautiful cargo camper.
In fact, this is one of our more popular videos. Brian just did an excellent job, and it's a beautiful camper. So the next virtual tour we did was Betty from Betty Bear's Nomadic Travels. And, she also has a cabin look cargo camper, and she's just so impressive. She's 65 years old. She used to be a carpenter. She did all this work herself. She's a single female, full-time nomad. And, it's what's not to, like about it. It's just really impressive. She has her own YouTube channel. She started around the same time we did, and I've watched her grow. She can probably, hopefully she'll say she watched us grow too. But, because there's a learning curve with learning this. So it's just wonderful for her to have allowed us to put her virtual video up too. So I picked Joe Larriker's cargo camper that I wanted to put on because I think he did a really good job with the build. But he also had a very interesting aspect that he kind of built his camper around a boat. So he wanted to be able to haul his tandem kayak, and the tandem kayak fits right in underneath the bed. And I just thought it was a really cool design, one that was unique that I hadn't seen before. So that's why I wanted to showcase his trailer.
And then we went on to another website, Making It Work. We featured their cargo camper and took some of their videos where they had like 3 different cargo campers.
So I found Making It Work, and Tim and Amy run that channel, and I just loved the story. They had built multiple campers, the 3 little campers. They had a teardrop, and they had an old trailer. This was their first cargo that he converted. So I really like their stories.
And then we did the RV adventures with Raven and Raleigh.
So Raven has a very minimalist build. I don't even think anything's in there permanently. And she, I believe, converted her cargo camper more out of necessity, because I believe she has to leave the campground where she's at with her, and the 5th wheel's not roadworthy. So she's seeking an alternative lifestyle. But what's so impressive is Raven is 79 years old. She got a very good attitude. She really has not been on the road. She really hasn't camped. And she's just open to all these new ideas. And I just find her such an inspiration. We also put her on live. We had a lot of glitches with it. But she's very inspirational. Who knows? Maybe we'll get her on live again. She also has her own YouTube channel, and that itself is impressive because learning YouTube and all the ins and outs of this to create your own videos and channel at 79 years old is an effort in itself, believe me. So I take my hat off to her just for that alone.
So if you know anyone who has a camper that they would like to have featured on our channel, email us at ricksharon9@gmail.com, and we're happy to feature other people's builds on there and their cargo campers. It doesn't have to be a cargo camper. We try to do something interesting or custom, buses, Airstreams, whatever it is. So just shoot us an email, and going forward, we're going to hope to have more tours coming up pretty soon. That's a wrap, everyone. You know what to do if you like this video.
You all come back now, you hear?